Okay, I'm quickly going to play this for you, and then I'm going to show you something that I found on X. So let me quickly play this.
Statement that's just been released by them that Home Affairs officials did mount yesterday what they call a routine lawful operation in Johannesburg, and found that a number of Kenyan nationals had entered South Africa on tourist visas but were in fact engaging in paid for work. It seems to be that what they were doing was that they were processing people who would be then determined by the United States to be refugees, and they would then be given access to the United States. You know, of course, that the US has claimed through lies, essentially, that some white South Africans have been victims of a genocide. You know, of course, the very strong view our government has taken to this. Well, Home Affairs now confirming that 7 Kenyan nationals were discovered working while being in possession of only a tourist visa. They've been arrested, issued with deportation visas, deportation orders. They won't be allowed back into South Africa for 5 years. However, the government also goes on to say, this is the Home Affairs Department now, the presence of foreign officials, I presume American officials, apparently coordinating with undocumented workers naturally raises serious questions about intent and diplomatic protocol. The Department of International Relations and Cooperation has initiated formal engagements with both the United States and Kenya. Now, overnight, there was a comment from a State Department official who claimed that there'd been interference by our government in the Trump administration's processing of what they refer to as refugees. You know how contentious this issue has been. That statement just in from the Department of Home Affairs. More.
Okay, let's quickly debunk this. Just get here. Where is it? Okay. Then I got to this post, and Dan Gray is a gem. He's absolutely a gem to follow. Thanks for the quick facts, Atumisole. Appreciate the input, but here's the accurate picture from multiple verified sources across the spectrum. Correct. 7 Kenyan contractors supporting USCIS operations were detained over alleged visa violations and later released. But the action targeted a temporary US refugee processing site in Johannesburg during active Afrikaner interviews. Operations disrupted, applicants photographed and intimidated per eyewitnesses. The 2 US government employees were briefly questioned and held not full arrest before released, confirmed by US officials and sources. US State Department interfering in our refugee operations is unacceptable, seeking clarification and accountability. This wasn't a standard visa check. On Reconciliation Day, immigration officials stormed the site, halting interviews and escalating tensions. If no persecution exists, why interrupt a legal US program helping families seeking safety abroad? Facts matter. The growing applications tell the real story. And here is the direct sources. So yes, let's have a look at the facts. And Dan Gray is actually stating the facts of what is really happening. Thanks for this, Dan. You can follow him on X. This is absolutely crucial information that's not being told by the South African media towards other people. Thanks for this. Thank you for watching.